Well, there's just something about a classic car. They bring great memories and bring so much style to the roads.
Yeah, and a unique museum up in Toccoa is filled with nothing but classics, with vehicles dating all the way back to 1910. And Good Day Atlanta's Paul Milliken is live at Miles Through Time this morning. Very different kind of museum up here. I can't wait to see this, Paul.
It is. It's really cool, Buck. And you mentioned that 1910 vehicle. You could order that buggy from the Sears catalog, and you did that, right? That was your very first car.
I started driving in 1910. Yeah, that's when I got my license.
That's what you were. Absolutely, that's when you got your license. I knew it. I knew you did. Yeah, you guys are going to love this place. So we came up here to Toccoa because I got to tell you, I've had a lot of viewers send me messages saying, "Hey, have you heard of this place called Miles Through Time?" So now we're finally here, and now that we're here, trust me, we'll be back a lot as long as Sean Mathis lets us. It's great to see you, man. How are you?
You too, Paul. I'm great.
I am so excited to be here. And we got to start with the backstory. So first of all, we're standing in front of a very important car. This is Pop's 59 Caddy.
Right.
And tell me about this car back here.
So this car, my grandpa bought this car new in California, and I never saw this car outside in the natural sunlight my entire life.
Yeah.
Until it was delivered to me when I was living in North Carolina.
Yeah.
And from there, I actually was able to drive it down from North Carolina when I moved to Georgia, and it basically led to this. And
yeah.
Out of a necessity, because the car is so large,
yeah.
I came up with this concept.
Yeah, you basically needed a place to store it, and you decided, if I'm going to store it, I may as well store it with other cars and let people come see it, right?
Right. People wanted to see this car, and I figured if I needed storage, that maybe some other people would too. And you know, when you sit outside all day at a car show in the sun, it gets old. Whereas you come in here and it's climate controlled. The owners of all these cars, they come in here constantly and they talk about their cars. And people that don't have the cars get to come inside, climate controlled again, and enjoy the cars.
Yeah. And speaking of cars, Tim, just pan around and show. I mean, the beauties in here are remarkable. So these are all owned by people, local people who, and not even local people who just say, hey, I want to store my car here, and in some cases maybe you can sell my car for me, right?
Yeah, everything inside the museum belongs to different people. So I literally only own this one car, and everything else, people are either storing it in here, some of them are for sale, they're either on consignment or for sale by owner, or they've been donated for display. And then everything, all the display cabinets, the stuff on the walls, everything you can see in here belongs to different people.
And what is your criteria for what you'll allow in this museum? Is there anything specific, like year-wise or make or model, that you're like, this is what we can show here?
So because there is an admission of $5 to come into the museum, my only requirement is that it's automotive related, and it is something worth somebody coming in to see. It needs to be cool, unique, something neat.
Yeah, and I'll say really quickly, so you mentioned the oldest one you have is that 1910 Sears buggy back there, but if anybody out there watching has something hidden away in their barn, you want something even older, right?
Even older would be cool, because the older it is, the neater it is.
Yeah, so for those of you out there that have got something good, you can bring it here to Miles Through Time. Speaking of, I'm going to walk over here because we've got a really special group with us right now who knows a thing or two about a few of these cars. So first of all, if you would, introduce yourself.
My name's Connie Tabor, and these are my sisters and my dad's girlfriend. My father, Carl Smith, recently passed away in February. And we were trying to come up with something special for my dad.
Yeah.
He loved cars, and he had 5 antique cars in his shop next door to where he lived.
Yeah.
And so Sean got with my sister Kathy and said we could put them in the museum as a legacy to my dad.
Love that.
And so we were all excited about it. And as you can see today, we're very happy to be here. My dad loved cars. He was a car dealer. He painted cars for people. And so this is a legacy that he would be proud of.
Oh, yeah.
That we are able to display. Our oldest car here is a 1940 Ford. It's back in the corner there, the black car.
Yeah.
And as a little girl, I loved that car. It's not the same one. All these are local cars that my dad restored, except for the 40, and I think that came from White County.
Yeah.
But the rest of them are local. The truck that I'm standing behind is my uncle's, and my dad restored it. Buck Addington is my uncle, and so Dad restored that. And all my sisters love cars. It's in our blood, and we are just so happy to be part of the museum. The museum's a great destination for tourism in our community as well.
Yeah, great addition to Toccoa. And again, what a great way to honor your father's memory by having these cars that he worked on display for everyone. Great to see you all. Thank you very much. Again, you can come see all these amazing cars, and they are constantly changing. There's always something new at Miles Through Time. And I don't want you guys to think I'm not thinking about you. So Tim, come with me really quickly, because we did find a car for Buck. Now Sharon would look good in any of these, but Buck, this one right here is actually called a buckboard. I'm not really sure what it is or how it would move, but I feel like you would look really good behind this wheel. It's kind of perfect size for you right there. You got your little bench.
Yeah.
That's the buckboard for Buck Lanford.
I bet it's great on the downhills. I'm not sure about how it is in traffic or getting up hills, but
take it on 285 and let us know how it goes.
Hey Paul, any chance of them letting you store that 76 Ford Maverick that you drive? Any chance of them letting you store that there?
It's, you know what, it's unique, and people would pay to see it, I think. So why not, right? I mean,
it's so you. It's so you, the Ford Maverick. Paul, thank you. All right, Miles Through Time is located at 876 East Kahuri Street in Toccoa. It's open Wednesdays through Saturdays from 10 to 3. General admission is $5, and kids under 12 get in free with a paying adult.